In the quiet suburbia of Cedar Hollow, nestled between dense woods and sprawling fields, Marcus prepared for his first night shift as an Amazon delivery driver. The chill of autumn hung heavy in the air as he sorted through packages in the dimly lit warehouse. His co-workers exchanged nervous glances, muttering about strange happenings during the night shifts, but Marcus brushed off their superstitions. He needed the extra cash and figured the tales were just ghost stories to pass the time. As dusk settled over the town, Marcus set out on his route, navigating the labyrinth of streets illuminated only by the eerie glow of his van's headlights. The parcels piled high beside him, a mountain of cardboard boxes waiting to be delivered to their unsuspecting recipients. His first stop was the Thompson residence, a quaint cottage at the edge of the woods. Marcus shivered as he stepped out into the darkness, feeling as though unseen eyes were watching him from the shadows. Ignoring his unease, he approached the door and rang the bell. No answer. He knocked again, louder this time, but still, there was no response. Marcus shrugged, leaving the package on the doorstep before hurrying back to his van. As he drove deeper into the night, the streets became increasingly desolate. The occasional howl of a distant wolf echoed through the silence, sending shivers down Marcus's spine. He glanced nervously at the GPS, guiding him to his next destination, the abandoned farmhouse on the outskirts of town. Pulling up to the decrepit building, Marcus's heart pounded in his chest. The windows were boarded up, and the roof sagged ominously, casting a foreboding shadow over the overgrown yard. He hesitated, contemplating whether he should leave the package or return it to the warehouse, but the promise of a hefty bonus for completing his deliveries urged him forward. With trembling hands, Marcus approached the front door, the creaking hinges protesting as he pushed it open. The stale air inside was thick with dust, and he coughed as he stepped over the threshold. Something felt wrong, a sensation of being watched by something unseen. He placed the package on the floor and turned to leave, but a sudden chill ran down his spine as he heard a faint whisper in the darkness. Marcus froze, his heart pounding in his chest as the whisper grew louder, filling the empty room with an otherworldly presence. A cold gust of wind swept through the farmhouse, extinguishing the flickering flame of Marcus's courage. He bolted for the door, desperate to escape the suffocating grip of fear that threatened to consume him. But as he reached the threshold, a pair of icy hands clamped down on his shoulders, pulling him back into the darkness. Marcus screamed, his voice drowned out by the sinister laughter that echoed through the abandoned farmhouse. When the sun rose over Cedar Hollow the next morning, Marcus's van was found abandoned outside the old farmhouse, its doors wide open and the packages scattered across the yard. But Marcus was nowhere to be found, his fate a mystery lost to the shadows of the night. And as the townsfolk whispered of the delivery driver who vanished without a trace, the legend of the haunted Amazon delivery shift lived on, a cautionary tale for those who dared to venture into the darkness.